We are now getting some breaking news on the broadcast and we are looking at the entire aspect of illegal immigrants coming in from the United States of America. Now we are learning that a flight with illegal immigrants who had been residing in the US is now landed in Chandigarh. This flight, which possibly has 100 of those Indians who had crossed over illegally to the United States, have now been sent back, deported by America into India. This is of course a work with the authorities, Indian authorities and the US authorities working in cooperation, where 18,000 illegal immigrants have been deported to India, and this is a lot of, I believe, 100 of those immigrants who have now landed in Chandigarh. That's a special flight that is carrying these illegal immigrants who were currently residing in US, and they have now returned to the country. This is the flight that's landed in Chandigarh. These are live visuals of that special aircraft that's currently at Chandigarh. It has touched down at Chandigarh and it carries the illegal immigrants who have been sent back to the country. My colleague Siddhant Mishra is joining us on the broadcast for more on this. Siddhant, we have been talking about how the US and the Indian authorities have been working in cooperation, talking about the illegals who have, or undocumented Indians who have been residing in the US, and how by and by this entire lot is being sent back to the country. 18,000 is the number that the United States of America has spoken about. How many so far have landed in Amritsar?
Well, Greha, there is a list of about 17,900 illegal Indian immigrants living in the United States. This list was prepared during President Biden's time, and now this list, in fact, this number is perhaps floating on social media platforms, that these many illegal immigrants from India will be sent back to India. But I'll again want to remind our viewers that it is not that easy. This list will be verified by the Indian side, and then only these immigrants get deported. Now, the first batch, I would say, the first batch in Trump's administration of 205 illegal Indian immigrants have landed in Amritsar. This is what we have been told. This is the Donald Trump administration's first crackdown on India's migrants. A total of 30 deportees aboard the flight were residents of Punjab. This is what we have been told. And this flight has landed at Sri Guru Ram Das International Airport amid high security. So the law enforcement officers are also present there, Greha. In fact, Amritsar Airport Director, Deputy Commissioner of Police and CISF senior staff had held a meeting, and proper barricades and the protocol rooms, briefing room, etc. have also been developed at the airport. And in fact, an official has also confirmed that C-17 aircraft carrying migrants had departed from India. This is what we have been reporting since yesterday. So this is the first batch. But also, if talking in terms of India-US relationship, then this is a good sign. Perhaps this is a good signaling that India has made, that within the first month of Trump administration, India has done the identification of these 205 illegal immigrants living in US, and this first batch has been deported by US back to India.
Right. Siddhant, do we know, are they all hailing from the state of Punjab, or there are other states that they belong to? And I believe there are about 45 US officials also on board this special US military aircraft?
Well, indeed, there are US officials on board, and since it's a US military aircraft, and also, Greha, it's a very expensive process to deport these illegal immigrants back to their native countries. But since this was the promise which Donald Trump made in elections, in fact, he won the election on the issue of illegal immigration into America. So now he wants to be seen in action. He wants to deliver on this front. And since he wants to deliver, India has analyzed that, and India knows that this is what Trump wants. So India is cooperating with Trump. India is cooperating with the US administration. 205 have already returned. We could expect more such flights to come from US to India in days to come. But as I said before, that largely this is a principal position of India. And it is not that India is showing some special gesture in this particular case since Trump administration is involved, or it is US. Wherever in the world, if an Indian citizen is living illegally without papers, then India is always ready to accept them. So it's a principal position, it's a principal practice that India does. So there's nothing new in this. But without any opposition, smoothly cooperating with the Trump administration, perhaps does shows that how willing India is to work closely with Donald Trump. And
Yes.
This is a good messaging, good signaling that India has done by accepting the first batch of 205 immigrants. In fact,
Absolutely.
this is
Siddhant,
what
if we
ahead
talk
of Prime
about
Minister-
what is now left for India to do now that these people have landed in the country, and we are learning from the Punjab DGP and the Punjab Chief Minister Bhagwant Mann that they are going to be dealing with all these individuals in a very, very friendly manner. But what is the process like? Because possibly out of these 205, many individuals or some of them could be criminals, could be incarcerated. What is the government here in Punjab also planning to do about those who are now landing?
Well, Griha, they are Indian citizens. They can go back to their hometowns. They can do whatever they want to do here. They don't have cases against them in India. So they obviously there's going to be one session with the authorities where definitely authorities are going to note down their names, their profiles, etc., and then they will be free. They can go wherever they want to go. But yes, I have also been told that there is a possibility, though I am still trying to verify from people in the government, that there could be some people with the criminal antecedents.
Yes.
Okay. So if any individual has a criminal background in India, then that individual will be handed over to the law enforcement agency of that particular state. So that would be followed if somebody is a criminal or has been involved in some criminal activities in India. So he or she would be handed over to the law enforcement authority of that state. Other than that, if there is no criminal background of the person, if his or her background is completely clean, then he is free to go to his native place, his home. Yeah, there's no. He or she is an Indian citizen, so if there is no case against them, then they are free to go wherever they want to go.
Right. Siddhant, do stay on with us. We also have our colleague Akanksha Swaroop, who's joining us from the CNN News 18 newsroom. Akanksha, the first batch of illegal immigrants now deported from America, they have landed in Amritsar. Now it's over to the Indian authorities.
Oh, absolutely, and important to highlight the fact, Griha, that India has always maintained whenever it comes to the issue of illegal immigrants, whether the United States, Libya or elsewhere, in whatever part of the globe, Indian authorities have always extended their full cooperation, and that first flight under Donald Trump 2.0 is in itself testimony to India's cooperation with the United States, especially when it comes to the issue of illegal immigrants. Now remember, as far as the United States is concerned, there are two key sticking points, whether it is trade or illegal immigration. These two key sticking points have been red flagged by Donald Trump. The timing of this is extremely crucial. We've all been talking about for the past 7 days how Prime Minister Modi will be welcomed by the White House, in fact in the White House on February 13. So as far as delivering upon that cooperation, as far as deporting those illegal immigrants, as far as these Indians are concerned, that has already happened. This is the first batch, remember Griha, over 100 illegal immigrants deported. Visuals in fact very much on the screen of that flight arriving in Amritsar. As far as verification of the credentials and the record of all these deported immigrants are concerned, you rightly highlighted, Siddhant also highlighted that yes, they will be also checked for any criminal antecedents, and after that verification they'll be free to go. But sources are also telling CNN News 18 government sources that many of them in fact hail from the state of Gujarat. many of them, in fact, even from the state of Punjab, several also coming in from Haryana. So we'll have to see that entire breakup of all these deported immigrants. Who are these people? Which states are they hailing from? And of course, once the verification is done, are there any with criminal antecedents or not? So that's going to be happening in the